You have all said everything, the lawyers. But one of the biggest challenges is also domain expertise. There is no way a ChatGPT will replace a quantity surveyor, because you must have to have a prompt. There is no way a ChatGPT will replace a lawyer, because there must be a domain expert. There is no way. So, my school leavers, you must understand that there is what is called irreplaceability in ChatGPT. The Microsoft guy talked about agent, talk about agency. Agency can only be, they call it Internet of Agency. It can only be done when you train a model. It cannot be done in abstract. You must train the model to be able to understand you. Today, Saudi Arabia have, in their oil and gas system, they have a coverall. The coverall, as you are talking, you are doing instrumentation calibration. The coverall is studying you and keeping all of those data so that tomorrow, when you are out of the job, somebody else comes in, then those becomes trend. And then it becomes decision support. So now, let me talk about the petroleum industry, where I consider myself as a player. What are the sources of data? Our country, to be, as a matter of fact, should have what we call data lake. And that is what my friend in Microsoft was talking about, hyperscalers. So they will have information, they will have very high computing speed, like Nvidia, like Cisco, likes of Microsoft and the rest of them. They have hyperscalers to be able to gather data in a structured form. When you take data from the well, for instance in oil and gas, measurement, which is one of the things that I did recently to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, take the measurement data, pipeline data, other reservoir information, then you put that through a gateway for integration. Integration of data is like digestion in your system. When you take a food, you take a certain amount of food, you begin to digest the food in your system. So that is what you do with data. You integrate data based on what you want the output of the data to be, which is what is called data governance. How do you have access controls? What are the control mechanisms? What are the APIs that you need to implement to extract that data at different levels? So, national data control, NIDA is working on it, for Christ's sake, but we don't talk about what is called industrial speed. The industry speed and response to all of this problem is not, it's not in tandem with the requirement of the use of this data. Yesterday, somebody mentioned it. I listened to the video yesterday. We call it industrial clock speed. An industry clock speed is when there is what is called unknown. You don't even know what is going to happen. And therefore, there is a need for us to do innovation. Very quickly, I'll talk about innovation in a while. We need to talk about data acquisition. The entire process about data is you have to acquire data. And there must be a deliberate reason, a deliberate structure to acquire data. When you acquire data, you do data integration. Then you talk about data display. It's likened to how you marry a woman, go for a wedding, and then show her to your people. You talk about integration and transformation of the data, storage or data warehouse, and data communication and data governance and so on and so forth. I will skip that slide and I'll talk about innovation. But before that, the most important thing about data activities and data science and everything is the mindset. Muhammad Ali said, your body will fail, your mind will fail 1,000 times before your body will fail. And therefore, this is what the Port Harcourt Expo is giving to us. The lady said they were here last time, and they went back again. There is never a time, never a time that is too late for you to study. So we must have the mindset that government alone cannot do the work for us. Dubai has decided to decentralize the operation because they realized that it was centralized. Now they have decentralized. They were making losses until they decentralized the operation. That is why you can see that it can be